have been consulting on this project, they're really the experts in adaptation. And many of you may already be familiar with this group. They're very active in the climate change and climate adaptation community, and they've really developed the materials and the methods for vulnerability assessments that you'll be learning more about in this presentation. So I definitely want to give them the recognition, because we certainly would not have known how to tackle this without their help. And so looking back at that cycle of adaptation planning, the way we've tackled this is to kind of divide it into two phases. The first, as I mentioned earlier, is our vulnerability assessment phase, and the second is our adaptation planning phase. And right now we're in the thick of the vulnerability assessment, so that will be really the focus of this talk, and I'll be able to show some preliminary results as well, which is pretty exciting. And because our study region is much larger than just our sanctuary boundaries, we didn't want this just to be an internal process of gathering information. And so we decided to tackle the vulnerability assessment phase by bringing together two workshops of folks to kind of help us to gather the information we need to then move on to adaptation planning. And so we had two decision support workshops this year. The first, we're calling our Focal Resources Workshop, was in February. And this workshop brought together 30 scientists, managers, and policy experts representing 21 institutions, organizations, and agencies. And their goal was to recommend to us those species, habitats, and ecosystem services in the study region that they felt we should be addressing in this project. They produced those recommendations in habitat breakout groups